often put it this way. In order for us to be in the state that we're in today as people, we have to be out of our minds. We literally have to be crazy. It is necessary for us to be crazy. It is necessary for us to be backwards. It is necessary for us to be maladjusted. It is necessary for us to be disunited. It is necessary for us to be self-hating. It is necessary for us to be filled with an inferiority complex. In a world where the European is essentially about 10% of the world's population, if that 10% is to continue to rule over the other 90%, it must keep that 90% out of its mind. It must keep that 90% in a state of deception. It must keep...
Thank you for tapping in. It's your man, Brian HRap B. Williams. This is In the Bench Media. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's important that you did this. I really appreciate you. Thank you to my parents, Dolores and John. Yes, I'm speeding up the process because it's some important information. I'm not going to be on here for a long time. I'm here for a good time, and I'm out because it is important that I say what I have to say today. If you're not watching live, you're watching this later, go to www.inthebench.com. I want you, if you're on YouTube, subscribe. It is important that you do so. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Once again, as they say it back in my day, once again, it's on. The reason I'm saying that is this. I want to get right to it. I'm not even going to cut through the formalities. I want to thank you guys for tapping in. It's important that you do so. You already know. Go to that website. When you see the Black History video, you'll see the Black History video. Then you'll see this show in its entirety if you couldn't catch it at all. Today, it's going to be relatively short. I'm going to make it short on purpose because I want people to see this and look into this information, because the information that I'm giving you today is basically letting you know, hey, man, everything that I've said is not just gaslighting. It's not just hyperbolic information to make you scared. The information I'm giving you today, just like I gave you information about who the president is 365 days ago, I'm giving you this information today to let you know that that dude is a tremendous threat. Lately, I've been using the term megalomaniac. Look that word up, and you'll understand what that's not just a word that I say, and I don't use that word lightly. I am saying that word because this is a dangerous human being, and not because he's some genius, because he is a stooge, because he is a pawn, because he doesn't know what he's doing, and he's following the lead of people who have a lot of money. He's acting like working class people who are fascinated with money. He's letting that money control him. And when you let money control you, and you are the president of the United States, as they call a leader of the free world, this puts the rest of the free world in danger. This truly puts the rest of the world in danger. And if you're willing to allow this, then you are going to suffer the consequences. There is no way around it. What I'm talking about is the cyber war that is about to start. Everybody thought World War III was going to be a situation where it was going to be boots on the ground. No, it's not going to be boots on the ground. World War III is control of your resources and information. You don't have to put boots on the ground in a world controlled by technology. This is a couple of weeks ago, I mentioned the Matrix. This is the Matrix in real time. This is the Matrix in real time. The reason I'm saying that is this. The things that happen in that movie called The Matrix is happening right now. You are having computers controlling everything. Your information is being breached, and people are disguising themselves as entities that are helpful, and they're not. Let's go back to January 20th, the day this clown was put in office. And I do say clown, and I mean that directly. And I'm not going to be like one of these clowns who sit around and talk about, hey, man, I'm just going to respect the office. The office has never respected Black America. So I'm a member of Black America, and I'm not going to respect the office. Period. Point blank, end of story. Now, with that being said, what I want you to understand is this. The National Labor Relations Board. You know what that is? Those are the people that go in and make sure everything is okay. Companies are running in accordance to the law. The Department of Department of Government Efficiency. That is a created position after a coin that Elon Musk has devalued when he was the host of Saturday Night Live, and now he's trying to add value by, and he wants that name to be in your face because the Doge coin is one of the more popular coins on the cyber currency world. He's putting that in your face for a reason. But the Department of Government Efficiency is a farce. What have they done? They're attempting to strip people of their rights, strip people of things, and then they're lying. We are going to. He has literally said that the Social Security Administration is a Ponzi scheme. Well, that means that little money that your grandparents, uncles, aunts, and all your elders get, that's a part of a Ponzi scheme. He wants to do away with that. How is that helping the working class? How is that going to make the government run more efficient? Seeing how for 100 years now, our parents and grandparents, and some of us have worked and had money taken out of our paychecks on a regular basis every 2 weeks and put it into this thing and say you're gonna get something back, and now you don't want me to get it back because it's a Ponzi scheme. And he's not even a citizen, he's not even a born United States of American person. I don't care about, I'm not being racist, I'm just saying I'm not even being nationalist. But if y'all don't like the people who migrated here and doing the jobs that y'all don't want, how will you let some clown migrate here and do what he wants? See, these are the prejudices that we are presenting, and we don't even react to them. Department of Government Efficiency. This dude has tapped in, him and this company called Palantir. This is one of the biggest cyber entities in the world. They are, guess who one of their biggest contractors? The Department of Government, the Department of Defense. At this point, they are tapping into other entities, getting information. How is that important? Because your information is all over the internet. Certain things that they're getting goes right in accordance to espionage. Why are you tapping into these things? And the only reason we found out these things is because the cyber quote unquote nerds have said, they're going into things they don't need to be going into. So he's giving this dude carte blanche to go through the entire government apparatus getting your information, and we don't see that as a problem. Only reason the things is known is because, look, get this, excuse me, let me take a step. How we found out about this is because we understand who is working for him. He has hired some of the greatest hackers in the world who have pending charges against them now. That's why he's attacked. That's why they took over and put a complete buffoon at the head of the Department of Justice. He's trying to destroy all labor and union situations so they can mistreat you and treat you any way you want and reduce health care. They're doing away with air efficiency, land efficiency, water efficiency, work efficiency. That's why he's want to attack work efficiency, because the Department of Labor Relations Board, the National Labor Relations Board, guess what? They are the people who've pointed out things in his engineering plans at Tesla and his engineering plan with SpaceX and say, hey, they're disrespected and he's losing cases, which means he's losing money. So why not go after them? Does this sound familiar to you? This sounds just like what happened in World War II. But the war isn't boots on the ground. The war isn't bullets. The war, again, is information. And if I can control your information, I can control you. And if I can control you, guess what? I can eliminate certain people, and we, as the 10% of the population of the world, the white folks, we can take control over the world because the whole world is brown. And guess what? Because the internet allows me to talk to somebody on X, even though I use the Blue Sky, Spill, Instagram, it's Facebook. On the other side of the world, I realized, wait a minute, it's Black people in South America. Wait a minute, it's Black people in China. Wait a minute, it's Black people in Japan. Wait a minute, it's Black people in Korea, Russia, the Middle East. Of course, they're on the continent, Europe. How are we the minority? We're everywhere. But it's only a small group of them, which is, as you see at the beginning of the show, it's only 10% of the population of the earth. But they want to control, they want to be the ruling class. And that's how they plan on ruling the earth. Because if I can eliminate all my enemies, whether it be legally, illegally, or incarceration, like they're shipping, quote unquote, gang and terrorist organizations to El Salvador and telling him to pick up people who bust people in the head and push it, old ladies on trains and things of that nature, whether you are, quote unquote, woke or not, I don't care who you are. when he said people who are busting people in the head on trains and hitting old ladies, most of us thought young black people. And that's what he was hinting to us. You know, kind of like when you say the violence in Chicago. Nobody thinks, man, those little white kids are really tripping. Those white kids on 159th and those trailer parks, they losing their minds. No, that is inner city youth, black youth, because they want control of the country. They want control of the world. People like Steve Bannon is not a person who's focused on the United States. People like Steve Bannon, which is his right-hand man, who's probably the thought process behind this, he's an internationalist. He's a white internationalist. He wants to rule the world. He has no problem. He's a multimillionaire, maybe even a billionaire. He has no problem letting you know, hey, I want to control the world, and it's all about white. So what we have to do is understand there's no such thing. Oh man, that couldn't happen. Ain't no way that's gonna happen. You know, all those people throughout our lives. I couldn't have been a slave. Yeah, yes, you could have. You could be a dead one. You could be a formerly enslaved person because they didn't have a problem with killing you. Let's not act like they was like, hey, nah, we're not gonna kill Craig because Craig is cool. No, they're killing you too. They will kill you too. They have no problem killing you. And as I'm talking about this, if it wasn't for the whistleblowers, we would be in even more jeopardy. But thank God for some people with some integrity, because our information has been stolen. The information has been stolen. And what we are not being aware of is we don't understand how we literally sign this information over on a daily basis. How do you sign the information over on a daily basis? When your phone software gets updated and you check the box, yeah, I read it. Did you really read it? Did you really read it? No, most of us don't, because that's how your phone number gets out. That's why you get those spam calls, because you agreed to something. You agreed to certain entities selling your stuff. If you are part of, not Ancestry.com, 23andMe. 23andMe is filing bankruptcy right now. If you've given your ancestry, your DNA to 23andMe, what do people do when they file bankruptcy? They sell off their assets. What are their assets? That your assets is your DNA. So now your DNA is on the open market for a guy like Elon Musk, who's already said he wants to put chips in your head. Sounds like the Bible once again. Y'all be thinking these people who go to church and this is spookism and they just trying to control you. Even if they are, let's say they are. But you know what? The greatest thing a con man has on his side, the mastery of the truth. The mastery of the truth. So I can shape the truth in any way I want, but I can keep it. I keep my lie veiled in truth. And if I veil my truth, my lie in truth, you will believe that I'm trying to BS you. And this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. This guy in the Department of Government Efficiency, they're not Department of Government Efficiency. They are working at the behest of people at like the leader of the Palantir company. I think I'm saying that right. Palantir. I own stock in the company, and I'm gonna sell it because I don't want nothing to do with this company. Oh man, you got to make money off it. No, I don't. I'm not making money. That's like me buying stock. It's like in the stock market. If the stock market was booming in 1850, and I'm buying stock in a plantation because my brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, aunts, cousins, and grandparents are there. No, I'm not. I don't want to help people oppress other people. See, you don't think these things are happening, just like people didn't think a lot of things will happen. And that leads me to the video today. A lot of people think things don't happen. These things are being prepared to happen right now. If you'd have talked to somebody in the 1400s, they'd have never assumed that they could grab people and pull them over here and enslave them in South and North America. You'd have never been able to tell people that, hey, I ain't even got to go that far back. People didn't think it would be a black man in the office of president. People didn't think it would be a black woman making a true effort, a solid effort and a solid showing. And some people say she got cheated, but that's neither here nor there, at being the president of the United States of America. So stop saying what can't be. And this video is going to show you the wicked and evil things that these people are capable of, so you will know what they are capable of. I'll be back shortly. This HRap B. Check this out.
Imagine living in a thriving Black community where you could find refuge from discrimination and violence in the days when racism was at its peak. Such communities existed in the United States during segregation, and at least 200 of them were established by 1888. But as time passed, many of these communities disappeared from the map, completely erased from history. You may ask, how is that even possible? Why were these towns deliberately hidden and erased? And what can we learn from this dark and troubling part of American history? In this video, we will reveal some of the major Black towns now hidden underwater or transformed into something else, and their Black inhabitants displaced. The first is the Seneca Village in New York City. Seneca Village, a once thriving African-American community, was established in 1825 on the outskirts of New York City at a time when African-American residents were facing legal segregation and discrimination throughout the country. At its height, the village covered an area from 82nd Street to 89th Street on Manhattan's Upper West Side, with approximately 300 Black residents living within its borders. The people of Seneca Village had a deep sense of community and worked hard to build a prosperous and thriving neighborhood. Many Black residents were property owners, with a rate 5 times higher than the city's average. Seneca Village had 3 churches, a school, and various small businesses, such as a grocery store, a shoemaker, and a blacksmith. However, the residents of Seneca Village faced many challenges, including discriminatory laws that restricted their freedoms and opportunities. As the city of New York began to expand and urbanization took hold, many wealthy New Yorkers sought to improve the area by creating a large park, which is now known as Central Park. In 1855, the New York State Legislature passed the act to lay out a public park in the city of New York, which authorized using the eminent domain to seize land to create Central Park. The residents of Seneca Village were accused of being a public nuisance and were forced to leave their homes to make way for the park's construction. The community was disbanded by 1857, and the residents were forced to relocate somewhere else, mainly to Manhattan's Lower East Side. The erasure of Seneca Village is one of many examples of systemic racism and forced displacement of Black communities throughout American history. The people of Seneca Village had built a thriving and prosperous community against all odds, only to be pushed aside by the government and the wealthy elite. The loss of Seneca Village was a traumatic event for the African-American residents who were forced to leave their homes and businesses behind. Today, the only remnant of Seneca Village is a commemorative plaque dedicated in 2001 to the Lost Village. The story of Seneca Village serves as a reminder of the many vibrant Black communities lost due to discrimination and systemic racism in the United States. But while this seems traumatic, many African Americans in Alabama faced a more devastating incident. Before we get into that, we'd like to introduce a new segment called Black Business Spotlight. Part of our mission is to uplift and empower the culture, and a great way to do that is by supporting Black-owned businesses. So today, we'd like to share with you a company that focuses on empowering the community through reading and education. DTR 360 Books.
Hey, what's going on, family? Assalamu alaikum, shalom, shalom, hotep, Islam, alafia. So listen, DTR 360 Books is the fastest online bookstore right now. All right, we have everything from comic books. All right, we have everything from history books. That's right, we got this bad boy. We have everything like health books, and we got children books, religious books. Listen, anything, you name it, we got. All right, definitely. Listen, click the link in the bio, DTR360books.com, and find out what's all the hype about. Listen, a reading people is a rising people. So let's rise, family. You can't go anywhere without proper education. Peace.
It's so important that we buy Black and keep the dollar in our community. If you'd like to support DTR 360 Books.
I'm back. Now, I want you to go to www.theendofthebitch.com and watch the rest of that video. It is imperative that you do so. As you see, you can be erased. And that's, oh man, that was 100 years ago. That was years and years ago. No, it wasn't years and years ago. It was not years and years ago. It wasn't just years and years ago. This is a fact that remains a threat in our community today. These things continue to be threats to us because we have no knowledge of them. And when you don't have any knowledge of something, it can sneak back up on you. That's why I said the past is coming back. The past has come back, as a matter of fact. What I want you to understand is this. The past has come back because people snitching on people is just like Watergate. Now, if you're not familiar with Watergate, maybe you need to look it up again. There it is, at endofthebitch.com, endofthebitch.com. That is my website. That's where you can get the rest of that video because I think it's important that you do so. I want you to watch that because the past has come back. People snitched in Watergate because they saw a glitch in the matrix, per se. And they said, you know what, this is supposed to be going on. And there was information being shared that shouldn't have been shared, much like right now. Some of the information being shared right now, divorce records, military records, medical records, addresses, why you got fired, why you got hired, when you got hired. Why does any external or the Department of Government Efficiency need to know those things? Your medical discharge from the military, when you were discharged, when you signed up, your credit score, things of this nature, where you are, your ranking in your company, your ranking in your class, your GPA. Why do these things, what does that have to do with efficient government? That's what your man Elon Musk is finding out. That's the department. He's tapped into all this. This information used to be spread out. And guess what? That Palantir company, guess what one of their biggest contractors is? The Department of National Defense. So now information from the National Defense, information from universities, information from doctors, information from lawyers, information from military, information from employees, all is centralized. You know why they separated it? Because they saw things like this coming. And when you see things like this coming, you set up parameters to do away with this. You set up parameters. But guess what? Because we've allowed Homie the Clown to be the president of the United States of America, and this bozo allowed another bozo to take, it's basically taking hints from him. This is what happens. This is what happens. This is why you need to act now. This is why, oh man, see, I don't really watch your show. I'm gonna catch it because like my favorite excuse for not watching my program is this. I like to watch it live. You don't watch regular TV live. You don't watch anything live. You can watch anytime you want. But guess what? The people who have stuck with me for the longest, they see what I was talking about. They see what I was talking about. And as they see what I was talking about, they're going, damn it, he was right. He was right. And I'm not trying to be right. Being right is not my get down. It's not the purpose of this. Being ready is my point. I need us to be ready. I need us to be ready. And when we're ready, we'll know what to do, and we know how to deal with these things, and we know what we're up against. That's what we want to do. I need you to understand you have to pay attention to these things. Don't let the nonsense sneak up on you. The game plan is simple. Download the 5 Call app. Start backing away from things and start complaining to people who can get things done. Make these people in office do your bidding. They are civil servants. And if enough people, it is far more people who get up and go to work every day than people who are close to being rich. The people who are close to being rich, we lap them 18, 19, 35 times. So if we as a working class group start complaining to them and force them to do things, like a couple of weeks ago, you had people all over the country saying, y'all got to do something. Y'all got to do something. We need to inundate their phones. You need to be going to the 5 Calls app, getting that representative's number, getting that governor's number, getting that senator's number, getting that state senator's number, and calling them every single, making at a minimum 3 calls a day. This is me again. I know y'all on break. Y'all need to get it done. Y'all need to get it done. Because if you don't, you won't be able to change anything because it's going to be too late. You're going to put yourself in a situation to whereas you're going to have to, it's either the ballot or the bullet. You don't want to be there. A lot of us can't shoot our mouth off properly. So what we need to do is make sure we're doing these things to get up out of this bad situation, because this situation is only going to get worse. It's sad to say, but if you don't take action, because the game plan should be to shut this clown down and then get 60% of the people in the Senate and 52% of the people in the House of Representatives to rewrite the Constitution and make everything even. And when we're even, it's a wrap. You can do that. It's in the Constitution that it needs to, the person who wrote it says it needs to be rewritten every 20 years. Every 20 years. We need to do something. Otherwise, you ain't gonna be able to do anything. You're gonna have to, it's gonna have to be some unalignment. So with that being said, I'm done for the day. I got about 2 hours to get me a nap in. And once I get this nap done, I got to go do my thing. With that being said, it's Thursday tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow, I think. I really appreciate you guys. And you know what? Let me pull this up. I want to thank these people. I want to thank these people Usually I get this report every month, but I got this report today. Do you see that? 175,000 people tapped in this month. Thank you for the support. 175,000 people is a lot. And I started this off by myself, doing it on my own, talking about community empowerment. I used to do sports all the time. Now I do community empowerment. I rebranded myself. I want to thank each and every one of you for tapping in. I appreciate it. This your man, HRap. Y'all already know. Y'all see me soon. 2 fingers, 1 word.
And it is necessary for those people who rule over us and who rule over African people the world over, if those people are to stay in power, they must destroy our ability to love each other in a healthy sort of way. This is why